As the armor was removed from his body, the man finally saw what he had become. Aside from his brain and heart-lung system, only one of his hands remained intact. The horrifying sight caused him to break down instantly. He begged the doctor to pull the life support. He just wanted this nightmare to end, but the doctor urged him not to give up. His wife had signed the consent form in hopes of saving him. Thinking of his family, Murphy broke into tears. Not long ago, Murphy had been an outstanding police officer. He had a happy little family, but he was betrayed by a mole within the police force. A bomb had been planted in his car. Unaware, Murphy reached for the car door and was torn apart by a massive explosion the next second. The explosion left Murphy critically injured. He was paralyzed from the neck down and suffered severe burns. His chances of survival were almost non-existent, but the doctor told Murphy's wife that a corporate CEO was investing billions of dollars to create a robot capable of emotions. After careful selection, the doctor believed Murphy was the perfect candidate. It was also the only way to save his life. So, Murphy's wife agreed and signed the consent form. 3 months later, Murphy's transformation was complete. He woke up to find his body encased in steel. He looked at his hands and could hardly believe what he saw. He even thought he was hallucinating. Overwhelmed, he lashed out at the doctor. Then he bolted from the lab. But when he opened the door, he realized he was inside a secured facility. Murphy sprinted toward the perimeter wall, instantly calculating the optimal point to leap. With a running jump, he cleared the high wall with ease. Seeing Murphy continue his escape, the doctor had no choice but to issue a shutdown command. Murphy lost all power instantly and collapsed into the dust. After being brought back to the lab, the doctor explained everything to him. For the sake of his wife and child, Murphy had no choice but to accept the truth. He began a series of simulated combat tests, but unlike emotionless robots that fired without hesitation, Murphy, with a human mind and feelings, was slower to react. As a result, his performance wasn't ideal. The company's CEO was not pleased. He saw it as a flaw in the design. He ordered the doctor to fix it immediately, so the doctor implanted a chip in Murphy's brain. The chip controlled his hormone levels. It remained inactive during normal conditions. It only activated when he removed his helmet and entered combat mode, turning Murphy into an emotionless machine. Soon, the upgraded Murphy began live combat tests. Using advanced scanning technology, he instantly located every enemy. Then he lowered his visor and entered combat mode. He dominated the battlefield. Each strike was precise and lethal. With system assistance, not a single bullet was wasted. When enemies fired back, Murphy could dodge their bullets through predictive movements. He quickly took out the entire robot team. The test was a complete success. Murphy was finally allowed to reunite with his family. He and his wife stood in silence. Even though his body had been replaced with steel, his wife still gave him a warm embrace. Their son had been waiting for his hero dad to return. Their love calmed Murphy's restless heart. Tears of emotion rolled down his face. The next morning, the police department held a grand homecoming ceremony. Crowds gathered outside the station to catch a glimpse of the legendary RoboCop. Inside, Murphy was making his final preparations. The doctor uploaded the police database into Murphy's mind. This allowed him to access criminal records at will. The system could automatically identify criminals, and through surveillance, he could track their locations in real time. But when Murphy saw footage of his own attack, he relived that tragic night. His emotions began to surge. The system became unstable.